What's going on, guys? DigiDestin here, back again with another pickup video for you. And this one is going to be my last one for 2017, believe it or not. The next pickup video, which is going to take place next week, is going to be for 2018. How exciting is that? And I just want to take a moment and thank everybody that supported me throughout the years, or however long this channel has been around. It's been very exciting. It's been very fun making the videos for this channel, and I just really appreciate it. Overall, this year has been great in terms of retro gaming, in terms of pickups, adding to my collection, meeting new friends, meeting new people, and so on and so forth. So as for this episode, I'm just going to be covering some of the great things that I found this past week, including some Christmas gifts that I was able to get from friends and family. So without further ado, I'm going to get right to it and show you what I was able to pick up this week. Alright, this very first pickup I'm going to show you is actually a bundle off of Craigslist. It's a nice 16-bit bundle, and this one was actually found by me, surprisingly. Normally my fiance ends up finding the really good stuff, but this time it was me. So this was found almost last week, so over a week ago, and it was a nice little bundle for some Super Nintendo games as well as some Genesis games, and I contacted the guy. He had the prices fairly low, like compared to everyone else. And I was asking if the games were available. He said yes they were, but he already had somebody that was offering full price if I wanted to offer him more, or we can work out a deal. This guy was actually about 3 hours away from me, surprisingly, but I just wanted to see if he'd be willing to ship. That's all I really wanted to figure out. And I said if he'd be willing to ship, or at least meet me somewhere near me, I would be willing to pay a little bit more just out of convenience, that sort of thing. And surprisingly, he decided instead of going with the convenient thing and going with the guy who offered him his asking price, since I offered just a tiny bit more for him to come to me or ship it out, he decided to go with me, and he held it for me for about a week, which was surprising. So you're probably dying to figure out what the games were, and I'm going to show you here. So the very first thing is a copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist on Genesis, and this is from Bob's General Store and Video Rentals in Belfair, Washington. This is pretty cool. The label itself is in pretty good shape, but the cool thing is it also came with the manual, like most rental games do, and it's also got that sticker on there from Bob's General Store and Video Rentals, so that's pretty cool. That's game number one. This bundle consisted of about 6 games, so... Alright, the other games are, we have Lufia and the Fortress of Doom for Super Nintendo, pretty solid shape. We have Warlock. This is actually the ultimate, beware the ultimate evil of Warlock. And you can probably tell from the sticker here, this one probably came from a rental store as well. Came from Video Nights East. Came with also Link to the Past. So The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. The next game is Final Fantasy III, classic Squaresoft RPG. It's got some nicks in the label, but that's okay. What's important is the inside, the boards. The contacts are actually very clean. And then the last game in this bundle, and this is the game I actually wanted from this bundle. Initially, I only wanted this one game, but since he decided to come to me, I figured if I bought more, it'd be more worth his time and his money. So the game is Knights of the Round. This is a game I've been looking for a while. I haven't come across a very good copy in terms of condition and price for about 4 years. Like, that's the last time I had it in my collection, and I foolishly traded it off for something else. I forgot what it was. This and King of Dragons. So I traded those 2 games off, and ever since I regretted it. So thankfully I was able to find a copy of King of Dragons, and then now I have Knights of the Round back in my collection. So that's very exciting. Originally, for this bundle of 5 games, not including Warlock, for those 5 games, Final Fantasy III, Lufia, Knights of the Round, Legend of Zelda, and Hyperstone Heist, he wanted 115. And I told him I would give him 150 if he came to me and delivered just on a whim, because I figured that he would go with the other guy. You know, since he was closer, he was offering his asking price, and surprisingly, he just decided, hey, I'm just gonna sell to DigiDestan and throw in an extra game. So when I met up with him, he was like, hey, do you want Warlock too? I was like, if you're throwing it in, I'll take it. And sure enough, he did. So 6 games for 150, all solid titles. I don't know about Warlock, I haven't played it, but I'm just really excited to have Knights of the Round now. The other games are duplicates, and I'll probably end up trading them. The next pickup is from a very good friend of mine. It's also a 16-bit game. It is a Genesis game, and it's one of the few Genesis games I actually want. It is Contra Hardcore, and this one's complete with the box and the case with the hang tab. Pretty cool. And overall, it's in very, very good shape. It's got the inserts, it's got the manual. Came with bubble wrap because he actually shipped it. But this came from my buddy BasicBitz. So if you haven't yet, check out his channel on YouTube, BasicBitz, BasicBitz. I'll leave a link in the description below. But he's also a streamer on Twitch, so he streams with me on Twitch a lot. But he's a really, really cool guy, super nice, super generous. And he heard that I was looking for a copy of Contra Hardcore, and he was actually in the middle of taking inventory because he's thinking about getting rid of part of his collection. You know, he doesn't need all his games. He was going to get rid of some of them, and this was actually on the list of games he was going to get rid of. He heard that I was looking for it, and being the nice guy that he was, he set it aside for me, and then he ended up shipping it to me for Christmas. So he just gave it to me. I'm gonna find a way to pay him back. It's kind of a big deal. You know, it's kind of a pricey game to just give somebody. But I really appreciate it. Again, check out BasicBitz on YouTube and Twitch. He's mostly on Twitch, so check out his Twitch channel. I'm really excited to have this. This was basically one of 3 games I was hoping to own on Genesis. There's this game, Hyperstone Heist, and Castlevania Bloodlines. And now this makes all 3, so I have all 3 now. So I'm super excited. I haven't played it, but I'm curious to see what this game is all about. Alright, and the very last pickup is a Christmas gift from my fiance. So she didn't find anything for me per se in this video, but she did gift something to me. So she gets a little featurette here, a little bit of, you know, cred, a little bit of, you know, credit. And so for Christmas, she went all out. She got me some pretty cool things. The first thing I want to show you, if you've seen some of my past videos, it's kind of a weird thing, but I like them. It's a puppet. And so I had the Piranha Plant, I have Mario, Luigi, and Peach, and there's only one more that I'm missing, and it is Bowser. Look at that. It's a Bowser puppet. I need to work on my ventriloquism, but yeah, this one's super cool. It's super nice, super detailed, high quality. It's very fun, especially if you have kids. I don't, but I do have nieces and nephews, and I eventually plan on having kids in the future, so I'm going to be using these to entertain them as well as myself. Also given to me from my fiance for Christmas, some new apparel, so some new shirts and a sweatshirt. First one is this very cool Star Fox 2 t-shirt, licensed by Nintendo. This one's cool just because Star Fox 2 made its first official debut not too long ago with the release of the Super Nintendo Classic, and now they officially have Star Fox 2 apparel, and this is officially licensed by Nintendo, like I mentioned. So this is legit. This is pretty cool. The next t-shirt is along those lines as well. It's a Super Nintendo shirt, and this one is actually, I'll move the tag out of the way if I can, based off the European Super Nintendo. So it's got that logo there, that essentially that Super Famicom logo. But in Europe, in the PAL region, they essentially took the Super Famicom and just changed it from Super Famicom to Super Nintendo in terms of the branding, the logo, or the title of it, what it's called. And so this one's based off the European one, so it's got that Super Famicom 4-colored logo, as well as the Super Nintendo Entertainment System wording there. And the last piece of clothing that she got me, I'm really excited for. It is a sweatshirt. I love my hoodies, especially in where I live. This is a Castlevania hooded sweatshirt. This is super cool. It's black, pretty basic. I really like basic apparel. Pretty simplistic, you know, the kind of guy I am. But this one is Castlevania. This is a licensed Castlevania product. Surprisingly, you don't see very many licensed Castlevania products, and this one has the logo, the classic Castlevania logo of my favorite NES game ever, or one of my favorite NES games ever. One of the first I ever beat. But this is very cool. Like, this sweatshirt is beyond unbelievable. I don't know. I never thought that I'd be able to represent, you know, one of my favorite NES games, especially since Castlevania is so. I mean, it's popular, but it's not not as widely popular as like Mario or Star Fox or Pokemon or even like Metroid, you know, Samus, that sort of thing. But super cool. She was able to track this down. This is new, by the way, so this isn't a retro thing. This is a new product. All right, and then one more thing that my fiance picked up for me. You can't see it. I can't show it to you, but she helped me source a second monitor for my PC setup. So I had 2 monitors originally, but she picked up a really nice one for me, and I really wanted the matching one. I wanted the matching set, just because the colors were off. Aesthetically, it wasn't as pleasing to me, but you know, she paid attention to, you know, my want for that, my unnecessary want for that, and she went out of her way to pick up that second monitor, that matching monitor, and now I have 2 monitors that match. So very cool, and they're bigger too. So compared to the last ones I was using, they're bigger, so I have more space to move things around, especially when I'm video editing and like streaming or so on and so forth. So yeah, I wish I could show you, but it's right in front of me. Those were all the gifts that from my fiance, and I'm speechless. And they're very humble, right? Like, they're nothing too extravagant. I see some people getting, you know, PS4s and Xbox Ones from their significant others, and that's great and all, you know, but these kinds of gifts here remind me that she really knows who I am and what I like and what I do appreciate. And so these are very thoughtful, and I want to take a little bit of time right now to thank you, you know. Yeah, it's incredible. I have some great people in my life, and hopefully with 2018 coming in, I'll be able to add more great people in my life and have more great experiences with retro gaming and playing my games and collecting and all that stuff. But yeah, those were all my pickups for this week. It's been an incredible year. It's been an incredible week. And it's been a great way, or this video, this week of pickups has been a great way to kind of wrap up the year. So with that being said, if you did like this video, please check out some of my other videos. I got pickups, tips and tricks, gameplay, as well as streams, and we'll see you guys next year.